up, guys? Long time no see. Sorry about that. It's not that we don't want to make YouTube videos. We just ain't had no time. What we're doing in the shop right now, we're absolutely filming for YouTube, but we're just not going to be able to put it out until the show airs on Discovery. That's just the way it is right now. We're not cool with it, but it's just the way it is. However, did get the night off. Aiden started baseball, so Sean is at a baseball game, so camera crews were not there. So I brought ShopTruck out to our home track, Thunder Valley. If you follow our social media, you know that we sponsored a lane this year at our local track. So I don't know if you can see it there. Can't zoom in because it's a GoPro, but man, it's pretty cool to me to see our 187 logo up on a big scoreboard at the track. So like anytime someone wins in this lane, it's the left lane, anytime someone wins in the left lane, they're gonna say, you know, and the winner in the 187 customs lane is, you know, whoever won. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. We're pretty excited that we were able to support our local track in that way. You know, we don't get to come out here as much as we would really like to, because we're always on the road or we're always doing something for the show, or et cetera, et cetera. So it's cool to be able to support them monetarily, I guess, and it's going to make this year at our local track that much better. They're going to have lots of cool races, lots of decent sized payouts. They've done a ton of renovations here at the track, actually here in just the last month. So, and our little contribution has, you know, I guess helped to do that. So I don't know, we're excited. We're glad that we were chosen. You know, they put up a link on Facebook and people were able to apply for it basically, and then 187 Customs was chosen. So pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna get ShopTruck ready here so I can go down that left lane, the 187 Customs lane. I think I'm gonna make one pass. You know, the old saying, as it goes A to B. I have a pretty good tune-up that'll just pretty much go anywhere. So probably load that one in. I might put a little more boost in it up top, and see if I can go a little faster than I have already. But I have not changed anything with it besides the crank trigger setup. You guys know I've been having trouble with it shutting off. Haven't raced it since then because the track shut down, and then it just got cold here and I couldn't really do any street racing. So hopefully I've got it fixed. I'm fixing to find out. So I'm gonna get it off the trailer here, fill out my tech card, ice down my water box, and head up to the starting line and get this first one off. All right, so ShopTruck's ready. Got the same tune-up in it that we left the track with last time. I actually got my best 60 foot with this tune-up, and then the truck shut off. So felt like it was gonna move out pretty good. So I don't know. As long as it stays running, we should see something here. But man, the place is packed. There's a line literally a mile long to get in this place, and now that I'm in, like the staging lanes are full too. This is just a Friday night testing too. This is pretty wild. I'm happy for them. I'm glad there's so many people here. You know, in the day and age of so many tracks shutting down, I hope this one's able to thrive. You know, like it's our home track. I've been coming here, man, almost 30 years probably 30 years. If they've been like as long as they've been open, I've been coming here. My dad used to bring me to watch Super Chevy shows, and then when the pro drivers would come through, they'd do some exhibition passes. Like John Force has been here, Shirley Muldowney, Eddie Hill, Warren Johnson, Kurt Johnson, some huge names have been down this track. So I don't know, it's pretty cool to see it doing this well. Hopefully it continues throughout the season. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my mind right and get in the right frame of mind to go up there, do my burnout, stage this thing, bump it in, etc., etc. So stick around. I'm gonna turn the the in-car on as soon as I start rolling up, and we'll see what this thing does. So there were a lot of negatives with that run. I let go of the button, it spun, I stuck it, it went, felt like it wasn't going to shift. I pedaled it, didn't really shift. I pedaled it again, it finally shifted. It just wasn't worth a damn, to be totally honest. However, at no point in the run did the truck shut off, so there's always a silver lining. It didn't shut off, so that's a good thing. What I found was a bad wastegate sensor. I was supposed to unsolid mount that thing. I just didn't do it. I forgot. It hasn't been an issue because the truck's been sitting for like 2 or 3 months now, so turns out it's still an issue. So that's going on my little notebook of things that I have for myself to do. Let's see, what else did I find? But so basically that wastegate sensor caused me quite a bit of trouble. It left on more boost. So because it left on more boost, it was out of the timing map where you normally run. So instead of leaving the, letting go of the button with around 5 degrees of timing, I let go of the button with around 15 degrees of timing. I just screwed myself again, basically, is what happened here. I just happened to have another sensor, put it on there, made a couple little small changes so I can hopefully get down the track. I'm sitting in line again. I'm probably not going to get more than one more pass, but I am in line, and as soon as they let us go, I don't know, we'll see if this thing will get down the track. So stick around, coming soon.
Show times? It doesn't say no time.
No, show it.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my new personal best in ShopTruck. My previous personal best was a 989 at 139 mile an hour. That was with my old Pro Charger setup. It was a F1A 94, 14 pounds of boost, and 100 shot. This is my turbo setup, of course, Precision Pro Mod 94. can't lie to y'all. Like, I'm gonna regret saying what happened, because I'm gonna get a lot of shit. But as we've said, we don't keep anything from you guys. So it shouldn't have gone this fast, or it should have gone this fast, but not this way. So on my first pass that I made there, where it spun, didn't shift, etc., etc., got to digging through the data. I found the wastegate sensor was bad. I can't remember if I talked about that earlier or not. Anyways, wastegate sensor was bad. I knew I had another sensor in the truck, so I changed them out. Put the new sensor in, fired the truck up, spooled it up, adjusted the boost settings on the trans brake so it wouldn't make more boost than I wanted, etc., etc., and would leave correctly. And then I made my way up to staging lanes. Sat in the staging lanes for an hour because it was just packed, like I talked about, which was, it's cool. Like, I'm not mad at that. I wish I could have got more runs in, but it is what it is. So I get up there, do my burnout, I stage it, let go of the button. It's kind of a turd, which, you know, I kind of expected it, because I did pull some boost out of it, just to make sure everything was at least going to leave the starting line. Get out there, and then I feel some power. I'm like, all right. I'm getting close to the 8th mile. I'm like, man, this thing's getting it. I knew I was on a pass, get to the stripe, and the truck wiggled pretty hard. I don't know if you can see it in the video there, but wiggled pretty hard. Well, it lifted ahead. So it's not hurt. I'll pull the head, I'll surface the head. I've got the SCE head gaskets with the I don't know, it's kind of like an O-ring type deal. I'll show y'all a picture of what I'm talking about whenever I get it pulled apart here and look at it. But it's not hurt. I'll get it fixed real simple, torque everything back down, we'll be good to go. So looked over data a little bit. It was closing time by the time I got back to my pit, so I loaded it up, came home. I was up late last night looking over data. I couldn't figure out what happened. This thing made 34 pounds of boost, which isn't a ton of boost. I mean, you guys watch us run 70 to 80 pounds on the MPK car. The difference is that's a billet block, billet heads, billet crank, billet rods. Like, it's really nice stuff that's made for that. This thing is a stock aluminum LS block. You know, it's all off-the-shelf parts, and I'm not scared to run that much boost. However, my timing map only goes up to 26 pounds. So at 34 pounds, it had the same timing in it that it had at 26 pounds, which isn't super aggressive, but was enough to make it not happy. So I don't know. I wasn't gonna tell y'all, but whatever. Like we've said before, we don't have anything to hide. Shit happens. You know, I was out here by myself tonight because Sean was at baseball for Aiden. You know, our schedules right now just haven't really allowed us to be in the same place for very long because of, you know, basically, you know, the only time we're doing anything is when we're filming for the show that we're doing right now. So I was out there by myself, trying to figure everything out, and you know, I'm happy. That's you know, went 940. Okay, so it went 153 to 60 foot, which is pretty slow. Went 623 to the 8th mile at 118 mile an hour. That's 7 mile an hour quicker than I've been to the 8th mile in this truck before. And then it went 949 at 144 mile an hour. So that's 4/10 quicker to the quarter mile than I've ever been before, and 5 mile an hour faster. So I'm happy with it. I'll fix it, and I'll figure out how I can safely run that 34 pounds of boost, and we're gonna go really fast with this truck. I'll probably turn the boost down out back for now. Oh, I don't guess I really touched on why that happened. The wastegate sensor that I had changed out that was bad was 150 PSI sensor. The sensor I knew I had in my truck and I put in end up being a 300 psi sensor. So I essentially doubled the amount of CO2 pressure that I was putting on the wastegate. So instead of the 20 pounds of CO2 pressure that's supposed to be on the wastegate, there was 40 pounds of CO2 pressure that was on the wastegate, which made 34 pounds of boost instead of 23 to 24 pounds. So my fault, you know, just in a hurry, being careless and trying to go race it instead of making sure everything's right from the beginning. So whatever, I'll fix it. I'll go out and try it again. I'm going to probably lower the boost back down, you know, 20 pounds or so. I think at 20 pounds I can still go real close to what I went last night, maybe even quicker. But what I'm going to start working on now is a 60 foot. 150 anything isn't cutting it for me. Like, I want this truck to go mid 130s at minimum. So that's what I'm going to start working on now. I'm going to, since I have to pull the head off, I'm going to have to pull the head off, get it surfaced. I think that's all I need to do. I think the head gasket can be reused. I think that's part of why those head gaskets are so much. Get the head surfaced. I'll get my intake and piping repowder coated. I still haven't had it done since we put the Hollyow ram with the shear fab intercooler lid on. So get all that powder coated. I'm going to send my converter off to Chance Converters and have it loosened up a little bit, because it's too tight in my opinion, and I think there's quite a bit of power, or quite a bit of ET to be picked up just on loosening the converter up and not dropping so much on the shifts. Got some suspension stuff I want to do in the back. I'd like to get some new some of the new QA1 mod series shocks on the truck so I can have a little more control over what the front and the back's doing on the launch. So that's kind of where I am now. I do have a race that I'd like to make. You know, we start NPK here in, like, I don't know, it's like a month. It's closing in on us real quick. But there's a race after our first NPK race that I'd like to make with ShopTruck. So I'd like to have all this stuff done and ready for that. So I've got about a month and a half to make that happen. Not a lot of time considering everything we have going on right now, but truck's in my garage right now. I'll probably start tearing it apart this week once I get home from work, you know, throughout the week. Get everything where it needs to be so it can be freshened up, all that good stuff. So I don't know, that's where I'm at with ShopTruck. New personal best. It did come at a cost, and it's only because of my stupidity, I guess. So I'll fix it all, and we'll go out and we'll go even faster next time. So next video, I don't know what it's going to be. I know me and Sean are going to sit down here very soon and talk about why our videos have dropped off. I kind of explained a little bit in this video at the beginning. Sean's obviously better at explaining stuff to me, and he'll make you guys understand why we just can't turn out the content right now that we would like to. It's not that we don't want to. It's not that we don't appreciate you guys coming to watch our videos. You know, in all honesty, YouTube is probably my biggest contribution to 187 Custom, so I absolutely love doing it. Like, there's just nothing that we can put out right now. So again, Sean and I will sit down together, kind of explain everything to you guys and all that good stuff. So right now I'm headed somewhere else to pick up another project. I'm headed to pick up a project that Sean was headed to pick up, but then Sean seen something else that he needed, so he's gonna go pick that up. I'm gonna go pick this one up. So I'm sure we'll touch on all this in the next video with Sean and I together. So as always, guys, thanks for watching the videos. Sorry they're not frequent enough right now, but that'll change. I promise it will. We love YouTube. We're gonna continue to do it as often as we can. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share the channel with your buddies. Comment on the video, like the video, tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.